Once again we are back on Soch ttalk Train of Thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Biju Nair, co-founder and director of LTA School of Beauty. In fact, it's an interesting conversation what we are having with him, a shift from an IT to an cosmetic industry where he has been there with LTA for more than 18 years now. So welcome to this episode.
Pleasure, Dr. Chima.
So now this LTA School of Beauty, which is a part of an Clarion Group, which is the largest contract manufacturing and private level manufacturing in India. Now, in fact, what are the key factors which drives the Indian beauty in the market?
Now, if you look at what brings about the growth, definitely if you look at the entire volume of revenue which the beauty industry generates, the biggest segment is the product. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then comes the services. So product, because of the accessibility, awareness. First is the awareness of the consumers. The consumers have become more and more aware that earlier you used to use soap for hair, soap for body, soap for face, and so on. Mm-hmm. Then as the Indian consumers started going abroad and the literature is available, information is available, you understand that the product which you use for your face and the product which you use for your body has to be different, and the product which you use for your body is different from the product which you use for your hair. Mm-hmm. Okay, so on. So the segmentation. Now, if you look at certain countries, they use about 18 products. Mm-hmm. Okay, whereas our product penetration is about close to 1.5 product.
I see.
Is what we use. So there's a huge still further scope for growing. Now, as the product industry grows, service industry also has taken growth. From a basic parlor services to an advanced clinics and wellness spas are springing up. Mm-hmm. So I think it is all got to do with the awareness and the propensity to spend on oneself to look better.
So disposable income have gone up and they can spend on their own self to a certain extent. Now, since Clarion Group of a company, they are into cosmetics and LTA entering into the school of beauty, how you have identified the gap as far as the LTA which is concerned?
Now, when we started this LTA School of Beauty 18 years ago, we found that there is no a structured training program happening in a private space. There was largely the training in beauty happens at a parlor. Mm-hmm. Okay. So to go to a proper training academy to pick up the beauty skills, to pick up the makeup skills, very few, far and few. Mm-hmm. So we identified the gap there. That what we did is we explored the international market. We looked at how it is being done. We looked at what programs are being offered. Mm-hmm. Okay, and what is the skill set of a beauty therapist or a hairstylist or a makeup artist or a nail artist is there in the and what are the skill set required, what are the qualification required, and what format of education is required or skill training is required. We picked it up and brought that in India. Okay, and we started introducing that, and perhaps that is the reason why we are acknowledged as one of the leading international quality beauty education provider and skills
great
provider.
I think if you'll see you might have faced some of the challenges to cope up with the demand of companies product and the services. How you cope up with those kind of demand for your product and services for the customers?
If you look at it, while our parent company Clarion has been into manufacturing of personal care products and color cosmetics as well, so that is one part. So we fulfill the demand of the product through our Clarion group company, whereas the skill or the talent which is available for which is required for the industry to grow was very pressing. There were investors, there were entrepreneurs who wanted to set up a very standard set of salons and clinics and so on, but there was no proper skilled manpower available. So when we started upping our game and started providing a better and better talent into the industry, that is really helped the in certain sense we can take the credit of being one of the pioneers in providing a higher quality of resource
to the beauty industry. Okay, can you please, for the benefit of the audience, can you highlight on the segment of cosmetic industries which you cater to?
For example, when we talk about LTA, to be more precise, and we help the service side of it, we train people on beauty therapy, hairdressing, makeup. Okay, and of late we have seen that the demand for nail fashion is very high. So that is where we are focusing on largely now. In the coming years, you will find that we would be one of the leader in providing most number of trained nail technicians in the beauty industry.
Okay, and now in fact, if you see, like, basically there are various unorganized player into this as far as beauty aspect which are concerned. So I'm sure, like, the way you are having organized training, I'm sure that's giving a good talent to the industry, like. But what are the challenges you're facing from an unorganized market?
So if you look at the market for an unorganized sector, it's very large. I mean, there's no comparison. The organized training is, I think, a single digit. I think it will be good on the lower end of the single digit, not even on the higher end of the single digit. Okay, but somebody has to make a start.
Correct.
So we started, bringing the international curriculum and international certification. So responding to your query on how do we compete, probably there's no comparison. There's a particular category of skill. When you look at unorganized players, they can only provide training, train manpower of a particular skill. Because if you have to train on a international level, the kind of investment which is required in terms of infrastructure, in terms of implements, in terms of products, okay, in terms of the quality of trainer, okay, actually makes it unviable for a unorganized
market. Correct.
So if it is an corporate organization like us, okay, with a very clear segment, okay, we know what we are doing, and we don't look at an instant gain. Okay, we are looking at a long term. So maybe another 15-20 years is what we look at. So when we make investments, we don't look for a instant return.
Correct.
We do it on long-term basis.
I see. No doubt, for last 18 years, LTA School of Beauty has been into beauty training, and they have been, I think the students have been represented in India in world since and skills since 2013. And LTA School of Beauty has also been awarded as the most preferred international school in India. I think it's an interesting conversation to what we are having as far as cosmetics industry which is concerned. That to LTA School of Beauty, how they are nurturing the talent and giving it to an industry. So we'll catch up with Mr. Biju Nair in our next episode to know more in terms of how actually, what are the courses which are being offered by LTA School of Beauty, and what are the duration of courses, and how it's beneficial for the target audience at large. Keep on watching www.ttalk.net. Subscribe and like the channel as much as you can, and catch up with Mr. Biju Nair in our next episode on ttalk ek Boond Soch ki. So thanks a lot for being part of the show. Thank you.
My pleasure, Dr. Chila.